Alright, so here's just a quick, short little devlog. I wanted to go over some of the changes I've made in the last day here over the weekend and talk about the next steps of the project and sort of where things are headed. So first of all, I've added this inventory system. I'm currently writing it here on the screen in this time-lapse. This allows the user to carry an arbitrary number of any scriptable object, which can contain data for its value for resale, its inventory space, its tags, and a number of other uses. And we can get any items in the inventory by tags so that we can tell what the user's holding in the case of doors, which require you to expend a quantity of items to open, or just to have them in your inventory. So that's what I'm writing here. This is basically the code that allows you to retrieve the item from the user's inventory by tags, which will also be passed back in to remove it. So I'm adding the door script now. This is going to support basically three types of doors: automatic doors, manual doors, and doors with a cost. And doors with a cost will be able to either consume or not consume the resource that it requests. Okay, so then I added this interaction UI here. Most of this code is pulled just from another game that I worked on for a jam, with some modifications for doing it in third person. So I added this text, although I did later replace this with a Text Mesh Pro to match the style of the gem counter. Played with the color a bit here, although I never really landed on what I was happy with. As well, this font is not super readable, but it is the font that we're going with for now. And then, yep, proved it worked with that cube there. And then started on actually adding an interactable object for adding things to the player's inventory. So this is like a pickup. The first demonstration I'm going to use it for is going to be a key. So there will be a door that requires the red key to open. So it will check your inventory for items tagged red and key and consume one of them. And I had a couple of minor difficulties getting that sort of going there, but it eventually worked. And then I plunked down a door here. In order to make the text update accurately in the time I wanted it to, there are better ways to do this, but I figured I would just add a hover tick to the interact component so that while you're hovering it, it will always update its text to its current state. Okay, so I did a few tests, and here is the result. So I added a couple of rooms here. This door opens automatically. You can collect the gems, and then this one you have to open manually. So we'll open this one, and we'll grab the red key. And now that we have the red key, we can use one red key to open this door. So we no longer have the red key, and behind this door is our first mask of power, the mask of protection. Now we'll leave off there. Next time, I'm going to be adding a mechanical dodge and mask powers, as well as hopefully some basic NPC interactions and inventory UI. Subscribe to follow along with development, comment to influence the process, and like to help out. Thank you.